Where am I?
What should I do? I'll need to explain everything, won't I?
We don't have much of a choice now. No point in keeping secrets here.
Halara? Let me explain. And that's how this mystery labyrinth involving the Nailman killings materialized.
I see. So mystery labyrinths are materialization of mysteries themselves, and the truth is encased deep within. I appear to have underestimated you. This is an amazing forte. I must admit, it's quite a superhuman power. As far as I know, no other ability comes close to this. Who are you? I refuse to think you're just a trainee detective.
To be honest,
Before you continue,
her name is Shinigami.
That's me! I'm also Master Scary Cute Mentor.
on to my next question.
You're just gonna ignore me?
You mentioned the Nailman case just now. I had heard. Why are you investigating that case?
Huh? What are you talking about?
The Nailman. We were pursuing that case together?
You don't remember?
I do remember you received a request from the cost for hiring me was.
You remember the exact...
But I can't remember what the case involved. My mind is clouded.
Could that...
Yeah, it's because of the Mystery Labyrinth. The Mystery Labyrinth is a fortress protecting the truth, so outsiders usually can't reach it. If someone did happen to wander in, their memories of the case would, though, if you have a pact with me, but I guess that...
This is the mystery. It makes sense for a vault that protects its treasure.
Yep, total...
Halara.
Oh, don't mind her.
Anyway, since my memories of the case have been taken,
Supporting?
as long as we're in here, I will act as.
That means... we can't rely on Halara's detective skills to blast through this dungeon. That's unfortunate, but it's still nice to have an ally.
Hey, Master, before we head into the Mystery Labyrinth, let's do that thing.
Huh? What thing?
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Yeah, I am.
Well, this world is just full of surprises. I assume that sword is used to cut down.
You're right. It's a special...
I better materialize the solution. That was a lot.
Do you...
What? Should I...
Sorry.
All right, we're all set now. Let's unriddle this mystery.
I understand that progressing through this mystery labyrinth will allow us to obtain the truth. But what happens to us if we can't find it?
We'd be lost, wandering around here forever.
But as long as we reach the truth, it doesn't matter how much time we spend here.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, but there's a time limit for solving the Mystery Labyrinth.
Oh, what?
There's a limit to how long you can stay in here. Stick around too long and your soul will leave your body behind. Your soul will wander until it's eventually absorbed by the Mystery Labyrinth, and you vanish entirely. In other words, you die!
Why are you laughing?
You should have told me this a long time ago!
Oh, relax. Quit whining. A detective is bound to die anyway. Isn't that right, Hallara?
It's no different from our usual line of work. A detective's life is always on the line.
See? Listen up, Master. You might learn something.
You're taking this awfully well, Hallara.
Finally, first door, Jesus Christ.
What's this?
They seem to represent the 4 crime scenes. I assume that solving all 4 will allow us to progress.
Oh, I see.
You see? Master, this is your job. So what's first? How about starting with the clock tower, since it was...
If the numbers are set chronologically, then the clock tower would be the 4th locked room mystery.
I'm gonna start with the first one.
The clock tower crime scene is the... Ha!
Are you going to the 4th locked room?
This is an exact replica of the clock tower crime.
No, I can only do that when I hit you so hard in the head you almost die. It looks to me like the crime scene materialized in the labyrinth on its own.
The 4th locked room is the latest.
That's right. And this is also what got me involved in the nail.
What are the details of the case?
The crime was a locked room. In the middle of the room was a woman's corpse.
Which means that...
Yeah, it looked...
Hence the nail from the look of it.
Yeah.
There's only... I see.
This is the 3rd floor of the clock.
Hey! Oh,
I already know what happened here, so let me... Let me do what I gotta do. I know how this shit played out.
I see.
I'm surprised you're... Here! It has to be here! The culprit must have...
And your reason?
When I arrived at the scene, the window shutters were closed. It was wet underneath the window, but I could tell it was already starting to dry.
Which means the window was open not too long ago.
It's likely the culprit escaped through the window and closed the shutters on the way out.
Is it possible to close the shutters from the outside?
Yes.
Yes. This style of shutter automatically locks, so if you let go of the shutters at the right height, its momentum pulls it down. And once down, it locks all on its own. In other words, the culprit held up the shutters while moving outside. Once they let go, it...
in that case, let's try leaving this locked room.
Right.
The Nailman killings have already been solved.
Is he that peacekeeper?
It's a mystery, Phantom! The people covering up the case in the real world are manifested like that here to stop us!
You think the culprit really escaped from here, this high up? If you fall, you die. Why don't you give it a try?
Help!
Hey, don't drag me down with you!
We can't leave a guest behind, Hallara! It would be downright unmannerly! So simple! This might be a little tough for you, Master.
Yuma, the Mystery Labyrinth is a manifestation of a mystery. The culprit wouldn't have fallen out of the window like we did. You should have found something during the... You must...
I know what it is. Rope. It was rope. The dolls and rope.
Master, concentrate!
Must be it!
That's it! We found the burnt remains of that rope in the incinerator at the church. The culprit had used that rope to escape through the window. The nail that was stuck in the doll under the window had some rub marks on it. The culprit must have tied the rope there. That's why those nails have been hammered in below the window.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked onto a window, unless you've had special training for it. There's no way an amateur could manage it. That can't be how things went down.
Why not? What's your reasoning?
In that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been...
What's that? I can't hear you!
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. In spirit, anyway.
Wouldn't it be a rope ladder?
Ow!
Yuma.
Yeah, thanks. You saved me, Halara.
Correct. It's all thanks to me. Money well spent, no?
Well, it was a lot of money.
Come on! Are you two just gonna...
Right.
So this is the rope ladder in question. It certainly would help you escape. The details of the case are still...
That's right. It didn't... The rope can be folded in the middle, and then the ends can be connected together. And that's how they made a rope ladder.
What makes you so sure it was used here?
The nail under the window showed signs of friction from a rope, and had some yellow fibers on it. A clergy member showed me the rope's burnt remains, and I noticed it was the same yellow color. And there were footprints on the ground below the window of the clock tower, facing the wall. Thinking about it now, these were clearly signs that someone climbed down the rope ladder and landed there.
Wait, wasn't the rope ladder hitched on that nail? How did they get it down from the bottom?
The culprit could have cut it one rung at a time as they descended. By the time they reached the bottom, it would have been one long single rope, which they could easily pull down.
The window's shutters fell due to its weight and locked automatically, completing the locked room.
Yep, that's a stellar deduction. Major props. To me for training you!
The culprit used that rope ladder to escape the clock tower. What of it? That doesn't change our verdict at all. The Watchmaker is the culprit.
Master, boom, kill the mystery phantom blocking your path!
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear. Clear who the culprit is. The Watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime. The watchmaker was also at the scene. And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created a locked room and escaped via the rope ladder.
This is the truth!
The watchmaker is afraid of heights. He couldn't even look out the windows as he went up the tower. No way he climbed a rope ladder that high up. So it's impossible for him to have committed the crime. He's not the nail man.
Damn you!
You said these mystery phantoms, which means the Peacekeepers.
I don't know why, but it's clear that...
Perhaps it is connected. All the more reason to see.
Gee!
By the way, Yuma, about your sword. Does it only work on cues and mystery phantoms?
The solution blade works against anything in the Mystery Labyrinth. So, don't cut your allies by mistake, Master.
You could have told me that sooner.
Can I use that sword?
Ooh, so sorry. Only Master is able to use it because he made a pact with yours truly. You may be under the effects of coalescence, but you're just an extra here, Helara. So, no.
I was merely curious. Regardless, it's best let's return to assuming the watchmaker isn't the culprit.
Helara, during the investigation, you claimed one of the people at the church is the culprit. I think I understand the reason why now. That rope was found inside the incinerator, which only clergy members could access.
In other words, whoever tried to destroy the evidence is a member of the church. Prompt and logical. I am quite
Look, maybe
impressed.
got blue hair right
You
now.
tooting your own horn? Hey! Check it out!
We're back to the original spot.
So, we cleared the first route. We just need to keep this up and go through each, which supposedly leads to solving the real-life.
You learn fast.
If you're so...
Oh,
non...
We're short on time, aren't we?
I can't wait! What do we do next? You can choose whichever you want, so...
Let's...
We'll go number order now, first, second, third.
The first locked room happened an old if.
Are you go?
Oh, did we get trapped inside a locked room again?
I have...
Yep. This is where I used Halara's forte. Post-cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as those are...
Had to be the vent.
Here! I know! What about the vent?
Might be the
You
girl with the
believe the
broken
culprit
hand.
escaped
That's like the last
through the
one.
vent?
Only your hand could fit through, I
Yes,
think.
I'm sure of it.
Think she
When
fucked
I
up
saw the
hand,
crime
but
scene with
that's
your
why she had the
post-cognition, the screws on the four corners of the vent cover were removed. Which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
You're saying the culprit is...
Master! Hogan full of hope. What does that mean?
vent? That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed. There's no chance to reach it.
Splash through this mystery!
Some of the nails stuck in the bottom of the vent were bent downward. The culprit used the nails driven into the weight caused the nail.
So you're forced to fight this way.
Yeah, no,
However, solving the mystery itself, did you find that out using my...
yeah. Without
You'll
You go. Anyway,
right.
The mystery labyrinth. I must have...
You.
and
There is.
but it doesn't solve anything. Besides, to use the...
And
Don't worry about it. Using it here. So...
yeah.
There it is! So... Oh... Alright! Another solution key!
Looks like another clue leading us toward the culprit.
Someone pen.
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, they would have to be nimble. And given the size of the vent, only someone thin could fit through it.
So the culprit must be thin.
Keep it up, Master! This is all thanks to my training. You definitely want to remember this. All right, let's... A second lock the corp if you think...
Are you go-
There are dolls nailed across the room, and the culprit was also missing from this room?
And we're trapped again.
I'll try. The door was locked when the corpse was found, and the only key was there are no windows that could have been so high.
Yes, circle he used. He used this to close it, but he actually left it here.
Here! This has to be the spot. To leave the room, the culprit had to have taken this door to the hallway.
Huh?
But there's no other possibility.
But the door itself was locked after locking it from outside in the...
Try it.
Sure. After committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door. Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room, the...
What are you going to do with that key in your hand, Ma? Don't tell me you still have no idea.
Oh, hold on, let me think.
Looks like we're locked. just need to. You can do it, can't you?
It's so easy, come on.
We have to put the key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
That's right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above the door. And if they manage to throw the key right under the corpse from here... It stopped, but nothing happened. The door is still closed.
If it was wrong, a trap would have activated. So we're...
But there's more to it than that. If you I see.
Oh, Lara,
You haven't?
Hey, quit playing hard to...
If you want information from me, of course.
You really are a devil.
the key was definitely tossed in. So, how did the culprit pull off that trick after
They
tossing it?
used
Maybe
the
the corpse
eyes and everything.
was
Come on,
moved?
this is so easy.
That would explain how it was on top of the key. But how do you...
Aww, the way's completely blocked off.
But the only things here that can block our...
That's true.
At least give me...
Except...
I've...
Evidence.
Huh?
If you look at the evidence, that's all the
Got it. So...
Huh?
Late.
I hate this one, but I think I can figure it out.
Let's work together as a team.
What marks from the equipment next besides strangulation marks? I think it was...
That's not it.
Is it eyeballs?
That's not it.
Hold on, I need to reset the timer.
And I'll...
And there's... Here! This... But... After committing the crime, the... culprit went out to the hall.
Look. You...
We have to put the key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
Oh, I didn't... That's bullshit. I wasn't...
That's right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above the door. And if they managed to throw the key right under the corpse from here... It stopped, but
you... If...
Aww, the way's completely blocked off.
But the only block our progress are mysteries, right?
That's true. So, we just need to solve the mystery.
At least give me a heads up first.
It says, how was the corpse moved?
I've been trying to figure it out for a while, but...
Evidence was left at the scene.
Huh?
If you look at the evidence, you'll understand what tool the culprit used.
Try to solve it lickety-split!
Is it string? S-T-R-I-N-G. Yeah, string.
That's right! You can do it, Master! Sure. Nice!
That's right. There was evidence of a thin string being used at the scene of the crime. A sturdy and thin string like a fishing line must have been used to move the body.
You really think...
Very.
Listen, would you...
Huh?
The truth is slipping further away!
Of course it is. Because you're...
Master!
Your deduction is wrong. Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place. It didn't move a millimeter. In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved.
Yeah, no.
No, there was evidence the body had been moved. The upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently. The blood from the lower body flowed naturally out, but blood at the in other words...
What? What's this?
Unusual circumstances. It doesn't matter. As long as the corpse was pinned to the floor, you can't change.
Even this didn't work?
No, you're correct. There's no doubt a fine string was used in this case. So all that remains is to answer that bizarre...
If the bloodstain is the clue for how the...
Master, we got it!
Hey, wait!
I won't.
Square? No, okay, so a circle.
That's right! The corpse was sitting up. That's why only the wounds in the... The string I mentioned before, it was all over the room. That's the reason...
Then Russell to go.
The culprit then retrieved all the string that kept the corpse in place from outside the door. And with nothing to support it, the top half of the corpse fell back.
It appears this lock...
Huh?
Master, you know the...
Right.
You gotta think like the culprit, Master! Blood place is suspicious. You have to recreate the culprit's locked room.
Maybe you got the order first. You need to tie the...
Oh, I didn't know it was like that.
Maybe you got first. Maybe you first.
First, after that, the fishing... In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are That's it! And then the fishing line passed through... Right. The line was then passed around a certain... Here, behind the neck. Now, it's clear that the line passed through the vent...
Hang on. Why pull the line through the doll first?
To support the body's weight. The line is to pass through the doll. Next,
There are three... Think it over one... There are three... Think it over...
So it goes,
Now, to return the line to the vent. This kept the corpse's upper torso in place. The room has been... The culprit exited through the... The key was thrown through the... If the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse... The
corpse, which was supported only by the line, would fall face up. That's how the culprit created.
Hooray! You did!
The bloodstains were the length of the nails driven. The nails, but that. This.
Right, this is the
Let's
one that
solve
tells
the-
who the killer is. So let's see. I think it has to be the girl with the broken hand.
The third locked room was a murder. If you.
Are you going to the third locked room?
This map.
Hmm. Had to be from here.
Here. I think the culprit could have only escaped from here, but...
Nothing's happening.
No, that can't be right. It's impossible for anyone to squeeze through that window. They could have only gotten out through the door. I'm sure the culprit had the key and locked the door from the outside after committing the crime.
The culprit just used a copy of the key. Would that?
Well, there are only two I learned that thanks to you.
One of the keys is always carried by that one, and the only other key was nailed through a doll onto a painting. So, it is
I see. Hey, Yuma.
Oh, just like before.
Before?
Yeah,
I see. Then the answer has already been confirmed. Very well. This locked room is solved.
Huh? Wait, did you...
You haven't? How about you go and check outside the window?
Oh, it unlocked. Hey, didn't you already?
Alar...
Hey, maybe the culprit threw the key.
Is this...
Which... This one's a... I was right.
The culprit? Is that really the right...
Master, hurry up and throw the key!
I don't think so.
Your foot is crumbling away! You're gonna fall!
That's the right answer.
How? Didn't the culprit throw the key in?
No, the crime scene wouldn't end up like that if we threw it in. The key was nailed to a painting. That's not possible if you just throw it into the room.
Oh, but if the culprit didn't...
You're back. The key vanished.
The key is...
Master! You got...
I see. So you're supposed to try it out.
Good. You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery. First, do something about that doll.
Well, first it was first we need the painting.
Alright, first, take the
Ooh.
the culprit. Next, both. The painting was stood up facing the window. Now the part with the. After that. Then the culprit went outside. I can see the painting and doll through the window.
The doll's got a nail in it, but the problem is that...
Yeah. The culprit nailed the key to the painting. Fine. I put... it...
It took... It's...
Seriously!
Now it's gonna stop us here. That was the next thing. Oh, okay.
What?
Yep, nope, here it goes.
That's it for all the luck. We make a...
I see. The what? No, let's...
This place is creepy.
Don't be afraid to roll the dice. You must keep pursuing the truth. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Isn't that right?
Yes. Is this some dungeon?
What is the meaning of this? Let me out of here!
Let me out! I'll kill your ass in the name of God!
I have nothing to do with the case.
I'm not the culprit! Let me go!
Wow, they're all...
So now we must pick out the
True.
Yuma, you solved all the locked room mysteries before you made it here. You should have all the clues and evidence you need to accuse the culprit. To be honest, when I first met you. But my opinion of you has improved. Now tie up all the loose ends with your logic.
Alright, I'll...
Ooh, somebody's guilty! My heart's pounding!
I'm not the nail man!
I'm not the culprit! I'm not...
How can I be the nail man?
I'm not the...
I'm not the nail man!
How can I be the nail man?
Alright. Has to be...
I'm not the nail man.
I think it's between these
How can I be the nail?
It can't be him.
How can
I'm not the nail.
How can I be the nail man?
I feel like it has to be him.
I'm not the nail.
I'm not the culprit.
How can I be the nail man? Huh?
Oh, it's not him.
Considering all the evidence gathered so far, only one person can be the nail man.
How can I be the nail man?
It's not him.
I'm not the nail
I feel like
man.
it's her.
I'm not the culprit.
Because it could be him, because it's like, he would know about it, because the urban legends are going on for centuries. So maybe his family would know about it.
I'm not the nail man. I'm
There's
not the
like her
nail
hand,
man.
the dominant hand stuff.
I'm not the culprit.
I'm not the nail man.
I'm not the culprit.
I think it's to do the fact that it's been going on for centuries. I think he would know about it. But that's not a good enough
I'm not
evidence,
the
'cause then she
nail
could know
man.
about it too.
I'm not the nail man.
Hold on, give me a second. Alright, has to be...
I'm not the culprit.
I'm not the nail man.
I'm not the culprit.
Had to be him.
The culprit is you, Father.
What? That's an absolutely...
Ridiculous thing to say.
Him again? Why won't he just give up?
Oh, I knew
You're
it.
The culprit has to be someone else.
Yuma, can I leave this to you?
It's not a baseless accusation. You're the only one who could possibly be the culprit.
Master, you're acting like a real detective. Go on and boom kill him.
I'm a man of the cloth.
That's on the study.
Down here like this. It's total blast. I am not the villain. That's it. The first one just over the body. The mailman is the worshiper.
Say,
Yeah.
Man of the cloth.
Okay.
The first one to discover the body. The mailman is the worshiper.
This is the truth. The rope ladder used in the clock tower's locked room. The worshipper may be a regular churchgoer, but he's no clergy member, so he's no longer a suspect.
Shut up! Shut up! Ridiculous! The middle of the church is the culprit. Even so, I am not the culprit.
There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the
Servant.
The servant must be the mailman.
The servant
Was able to commit the crime.
crimes. To be eliminated as a
Suspect. He pretended to discover a rope.
ladder.
Right.
But
Then... A member of the church is the culprit? Even so, I am not the culprit. There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the mailman.
The servant was able to commit the crimes. To be eliminated.
Oh, what the fuck?
He pretended to discover a rope ladder. Right.
but
Then... A member of the church is the culprit? Even so, I am not the culprit. There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the mailman. The servant was able to commit the crime.
There it
Let's
goes.
do this mystery. Climbing up to the underground casino's window with judging.
No,
The nun must be the culprit.
She's dead and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able
To commit the crimes.
It's not like she's afraid of heights. She used the nails to climb. No, she's always said, I'll kill your ass.
That's in the name of God.
It's clear she's the ruthless sort.
but
The nun.
Must be the culprit. She's dead. And also works at the church. The nun was absolutely
Able to commit the crimes.
This is the truth. In the mansion study's locked room, with her dominant hand injured, the it's not the churchgoer, the servant, or the nun, Father.
Hey, say something. I am a priest in service to God. I am not the nail man. All your proof, you don't have.
Hard
But master,
based on what do you in short, you must use don't hesitate to use any emotions must
What could I mean?
With your stupid fantasies.
everything you say.
Is nothing.
do you have any
Proof.
Did you find
In my fingerprints.
fingerprints?
Did you find my blood?
Of course there's no...
No evidence. with your stupid fantasy!
Everything you say is nothing but a fantasy! Do you have any proof behind the culprit? Did you find my fingerprints? Did you find my blood? Of course there's no evidence!
This is the truth! You left clear evidence at the clock tower's crime scene. There were footprints left under the window in the mud. They perfectly match.
Impossible! I already burned those shoes in the incinerator!
You gave yourself a...
I swear.
Looks like it worked.
Thanks.
God I wore is rotten to those slain with the evil, and evil must be all I did.
If someone hates somebody bad enough, and this priest went around killing...
The urban legend offered...
A priest is supposed to be the...
It's... And...
And there are still mysteries related...
But... was I wrong?
Calm down. If the Nailman's identity is then most likely someone else...
Someone else?
Meaning the Nailman.
You mean...
Yuma, if you consider yourself no mystery...
All right.
We have to review the... Out of the 4 locked rooms, if any of them are hiding a mysterious secret, it would be the room that's obviously different from the others.
Different?
Master, I get the feel...
Huh?
Oh, fine. Okay, Master. Let's work together as a team. You can do it, Master! Twirling, twirling, twirling. Great! Great! Go, go, go! Keep that up! That's right!
A new path's open if so...
I see. So the cause of death for the victim at the art gallery storage is the only one that's different.
Right. The victims in the other locked rooms were all strangled to death. All had strangulation marks and scratches, defensive wounds. The victim in the third locked room had strangulation marks, but no signs of resisting. There's also evidence of blunt trauma to the head, which can be considered the fatal blow.
The marks could have been made after the victim died, so as to appear as if strangulation was the cause of death. The real cause of death is blunt force trauma. Here's another obstacle. Yuma?
Right. Right here! The strangulation was faked, to imply this crime had the same perpetrator as the other 3 incidents. By making the crime scene as similar as possible, it appeared like the mailman was responsible for an unrelated murder. Which means this was a copycat crime.
I agree. Among the string of mailman killings, there could be some that were done by copycat criminals.
That has to be why the Mystery Labyrinth still remains, even after this. So who is the...
Indeed. We need to uncover this imposter's identity.
All right.
You're accusing me of being the copycat criminal? What the hell? I'll kill your ass! Don't make me kill your ass!
The culprit can only be the copy...
You're accusing me of being the copycat?
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
You are the copycat criminal.
Huh? Me? I told you all about the Nailman. And now you think I'm a murderer? Are you fucking kidding me? This is crazy. Your investigation isn't worth shit. I'll crush you to dust, you filth!
Why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been an
Man,
The copycat was just
different each time, yeah? Ah!
I knew it.
But...
Why accuse me of being the...
culprit. I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the mailman. The copycat was just different each time, yeah? And even if there was a
Copycat criminal?
why is it me?
Me!
The servant could be the copycat.
Copycat?
The nut could be the
Copycat!
Anyone could have done it.
It!
Why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the mailman. The copycat was just different each time.
Yeah?
And even if there was a copycat criminal, why is it me? The servant could be the copycat. The nut could be the copycat. Anyone could have done it.
Except...
Why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene.
Why do you think I'm
The copycat criminal? It could have all been the mailman. The copycat was
just different each time, yeah?
I knew it.
say.
In that case...
Why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the mailman. The copycat was just different each time,
Yeah?
But... Why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the mailman. The copycat was just different each time, yeah? And even if there was a copycat criminal, why is it me? The servant...
Could be the copycat. The nut could be the copycat. I could have done it!
Why accuse me of being the culprit?
Right.
I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the mailman. The copycat was just different each time, yeah? And even if there was a copycat criminal, why is it me? The servant could be the copycat. The nut could be the copycat. Anyone could have
Got it!
I'll slash through this mystery! The cause of death in the art gallery was blunt force trauma. Faked, but the murders all being strangulations wasn't made public. The only ones who knew that were those who act. That includes the mailman himself, the peacekeepers, and the which means you.
Master, after him!
For the first on the scene to also be the culprit is rather cliche.
He was always suspicious, but because the real mailman was someone else, I didn't connect the dots. He was fascinated by the mailman, and by studying him, he eventually knew more about him than anyone else. Ultimately, he became the mailman.
It's ironic that he exposed his own crime by knowing too much about the other ones.
Master, the truth is right there! My radar is banging like crazy!
Banging?
Go away!
Looks like we've
If we make him submit, we'll Master.
Yeah.
Everything was done by the Nailman! I'm not the culprit! How dare you accuse me when you have no proof? You didn't even check the crime scenes back then! You're wrong! Huh? Come on!
Thanks to Halara's forte, we were able to see what each crime scene...
My power allows me to see not the...
We...
Time to enter!
Wrong! Shut up! Stop it! Get away from me, damn it! Why you? Get away from me! Get away! Get away! Who cares if you use post-cognition? You only saw what I saw as the first person on scene! No clue will help lead you to the culprit! You're never gonna find the culprit! What you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered!
Halara's post-cognition showed us that the paint can at the gallery storage entrance, and according to the art gallery staff member's testimony, that was your doing. You went into the crime scene first, and the art gallery employee behind you noticed you knocking over the paint can. But Halara's post-cognition only shows the scene when the corpse is first discovered. So if you were the first person to find the body, the scene before the paint can fell over would have been recreated. But it wasn't. The paint can had already been knocked over when the corpse was discovered. That means the first person to find the corpse was the art gallery's staff member, not you. The reason you didn't count as the first person to find it is because you're the culprit.
This is the truth of the case!
Master, shove all your of locked room murders based on an urban legend. Will we discover the true identity of the Nail Man? Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement.
To solve the mystery of this string of events, we have to know who the Nail Man is first. The Nail Man is an urban legend of Kanaiwar. You write down the name of someone you want dead, and drive a nail through it and a doll to a tree behind the church. And the Nail Man will kill that person for you with a countless number of nails.
A string of murders exactly like that urban legend began half a year ago.
All of the crime scenes featured a corpse and dolls nailed down within a locked room. The first murder happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki District.
The victim was none other than the geezer who owned the place, and the cause of death was strangulation. I heard the buy-in to place a bet was pretty steep, and cheating was rampant, so it was obviously a scummy place.
The key to the door was inside of a glass. And the vent that connects outside looked too high for escape to be possible.
But the culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footholds to climb. The proof? Why, the nails that were bent downward.
The vent was not screwed down at the time of the murder, so it could easily be removed and used as an escape route. The second murder happened 3 months ago. It was at a mansion near Ginma District.
The victim was some real estate agent who lived there, and the cause of death was again strangulation. He made a lot of money through shady real estate deals, so of course someone would be out to get him.
The door to the crime scene was the only possible entrance. But the key to that door was underneath the nailed-down victim. After the culprit escaped, some sort of trick was used to get the key back into the room.
A fishing line passed from the vent through the eye socket of the doll and propped up the upper body of the corpse. All that was left was to exit the room, lock it, throw the key in from the vent, and boom! You've got yourself a locked room mystery!
The key was tossed under the victim from the vent, and once the fishing line was retrieved, the corpse's upper body fell over, completing the crime scene.
The nails on the upper body didn't pierce through completely, so it wasn't nailed down at all.
The third murder happened 1 month ago in an art gallery storage room in Ginma District.
The Sphinx's cause of death was blunt force trauma. She was a pretty lady who let her looks get to her head, and she got boom killed.
The key to the storage room was nailed to a painting through a doll. Another trick was used to get the key back inside the room here.
The painting with the doll nailed to it was propped up against the window, and then the culprit left the room. They nailed the key to the painting through the window, knocked it over, and bam! All done!
Those are the truths behind the past 3 cases. And now, there's been another murder at the clock tower in Kanaiwar.
The woman's cause of death was strangulation. Since you told that kid you'd take care of it, we gotta solve this case.
The clock tower crime scene is rather high up on the 3rd floor. The door was locked from the inside, and the window shutters were also locked. But there was rainwater under the window, and the nails in 2 of the dolls had rub marks.
In other words, the culprit must have hung a rope ladder from the dolls to escape out the window. With my logic, anything is possible.
Why are you imitating Halara? Anyway. The killer cut their footing on the way down from the window. That way, they could just pull on one side of the rope to retrieve the whole thing.
The shutters come down under their own weight, so they locked once the rope was collected. I'm surprised you noticed the auto-locking feature. You sure love your shutters, Master!
The rope ladder was collected, then burned in the church incinerator, which only clergy have access to.
That's how talking though, the mailman must be someone from the clergy.
But one question arose from this. The mailman killings share one more characteristic. All the victims were murdered by strangulation. This piece of information wasn't publicized.
The cause of death in the art gallery murder was blunt force trauma. The strangulation marks were added later.
Which means that it was someone mimicking the mailman. But I already know the identity of the copycat killer. First, the mailman must be someone thin enough to pass through the vent.
Someone with the skills to build a key with precision.
And a clergy member with access to the incinerator.
The priest! You're the nailman!
And the copycat is someone who knows that all of the victims were strangled to death.
Because he was the first witness in each case, the person capable of replicating the mailman's crimes is...
The worshipper! You're the copycat criminal!
This is the truth of the case!
What's that?
It's the truth. The soul of the true culprit who built this mystery labyrinth.
I see. It looks otherworldly, but there's an ominous air around it.
Thank you, Halara. I was only able to make it this...
I only kept my part of it, but I will say one thing. That much is certain.
All right. Oh,
What's about...
oh, isn't it? It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Through to the final mystery labyrinth. Father?
Are you alright?
What's going on? What happened to those two?
There's no pulse. They're dead.
Dead? What?
What? What is this?
I sure worked hard today. Feels so good to boom kill the murderer.
The mystery labyrinth crumbles when you reap the soul of the true culprit. Then, the cause of the mystery labyrinth's creation pays the price by vanishing with it. I knew this would happen, but it still hurts to see someone die before my eyes. It's like I killed them myself. No, I did kill them. I killed them with the ruthless blade of the truth.
There. Humans boom kill cows and pigs all the time and eat them. You don't feel bad about that, right? These were the souls of deranged murderers. At least you didn't eat them. If you look at it that way, there's nothing to feel bad about at all.
It's not so simple when it comes to people dying.
Did you people do this? Did you kill them with some kind of poison?
Hey, hold on! I have no idea what's going on here. Too much is happening all at once.
We shall talk at headquarters. Follow me there immediately.
Is it just me, or are things more complicated now than before entering the Mystery Labyrinth?
Oh, you want help? Are you going to rely on me again? Oh, fine. I can't say no when you ask for help.
Everyone!
Ah! He came back to life!
Sorry about that! You see, I'm actually the mailman. These are my final words, so I can't lie. I'm the nailman. The worshiper laying there is just a copycat criminal. Search the church for the tools used in each crime. I'm sure you'll find plenty of evidence. If you think...
I didn't know you could do that, but that was a super lazy confession. Will it work?
That should do it. We even have witnesses, so this case is...
Priest mumbled something anyway. Everyone here will...
It wasn't effective at all.
He's so stubborn.
Wait, I hear something.
Huh? What now?
Motorbike. Some...
Where is that coming from?
No. What are you doing here?
Who are you?
You dare speak so carelessly? Who do you think I am?
The hero who defends peace and order in Kanai Ward. Director of the Amaterasu Peacekeepers. The Honorable Yomi Hellsmile.
The Peacekeepers director?
So he is the head of the Peacekeepers.
Now you know, small...